Hello everyone, this is Rookie Odulis. I'm back with another video. I just finished going to Nats. I had a lot of fun. So guys, here's the thing. Moving forward, I think I'll be doing deck profiles when if I top in high level like case tournaments or stuff like that. No more locals, because it's like I'm pretty sure that at this point the community just wants like like tops and like more detail in depth about how the deck building process works and all that kind of stuff. Plus, I do want to get better as a player and just top in high level events. So probably locals does not matter too much. I've been noticing that in my latest videos. I haven't been performing as much. Also, huge announcement. I unfortunately will be selling my Yubel deck. I will miss it, but I must part ways with it. Due to the game is getting more expensive, as you know, as well as the fact that the format's not the best to some people. I like it. I'm like 50-50, 60-40 on it. I'm really enjoying it. I like this deck a lot. I love it a lot. But as a goodbye to the deck, I'm going to be selling it, and I'll be showing my deck one last deck profile with Yubel. I'll be sticking around with Fluunderies and Tempai Dragon in the meantime, and I am cooking another deck that it should be ready once I get my Fiendsmith cards. I'm still missing 3 copies of the Engraver. I will be getting the Fiendsmith engine. I have almost everything except for the Engraver. I'm doing something with that, and if you guys know, been in this channel since the beginning, around 2.5, 3 years ago, you know what I'm most likely cooking, but it's gonna take a while. Plus a reprint of the Horus cards and the Megatins. It's probably going to be around October where I might have something, maybe even September or late August, but it will take a while. Anyways, I just wanted to do one last deck profile with Yubel. As for my performance in Nats, I did the best I could, but I only managed to get to top 6. I was not playing Yubel, I was playing Tempai Dragon. I thought that was the best deck that stood a chance with the best of my abilities. Plus, I did not have the Fiendsmith engine by then, which you can play Yubel without Fiendsmith, but I really want that extra boost and consistency. So let's just get started with the deck profile, guys. It's been a while, so one last hurrah to Yubel. Anime card, great deck. I really hope Konami does this level of support for certain other 3 monsters that are level 10s as well, but time will tell. I just hope it happens someday. Just a little wish on my behalf. All right, guys, let's get started one last time with the Yubel deck in the deck profile. So it's a 40-card deck, 15 side and extra. So the 1 copy of the original Yubel. I only play 1. I only believe in playing 1. Some people will play 2 copies of the original Yubel, but 1 is good enough for me. I do play the Terra Incarnate and the Ultimate Nightmare. A lot of people don't play the level 12. I'm always on the level 12. I don't care what anyone says. I play 1 of each. It's play Yubel in all its forms. Why not? It's a brick. You can if this is removed in almost any way whatsoever, you get this out for free, even if this gets banished or anything like that. Remove almost any way, you get this guy out for free for the most part. So, yep, 1 of each. Moving on, let's go a bit faster. 3 copies of the Spirit of Yubel. We also max out on her because again, she allows us to get to her, and she allows us to get to the spells and traps in the deck. So. All right, then 3 copies of the Samsara de Lotus, which she allows us to get to her or her. Max out on her as well, no questions asked. 1 copy of Dark Beckoning Beast, only 1. Now that we have Phantom of Yubel, we don't need to play 2 of this card. Some people still do, but I think 1 is more than enough. That's 10. 2 copies of the Gruesome Grave Squirmer. Some people have cut this down to 1. I'm on 2 right now. I think 2 is decent. And I was going to play this deck with Fiendsmith. This was going to be my main deck with the Fiendsmith engine, but I decided to change my mind. I will miss this deck. I might get it back somehow. I'm selling it to a very great friend of mine, so who knows. But I want him to enjoy the deck because he's more into hardcore competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, so all the better for it. 1 Soul of Sharvar. Of course, we need that red dog for extra consistency. 1 copy of Fable Luri. I am running I was gonna take this deck to locals this Friday, and I was going to run a small Fiendsmith package, but without the engraver. This little guy, just for extended plays, you play the spell, you search for him, you discard him, and then you special him. So just an extra body. Main decking the one Geist Grinder Golem. I had this in the side or cut this out of the deck for a long time, but this card's not too bad going second because you reveal him, you give him to your opponent, then you special summon any of the Yubel monsters, except for level 11 and 12, of course. But like you special summon this, all of them, and you give this monster to your opponent. So one copy of Curry Photon because you can search it with Fiendsmith Tract. And prevents us from getting OTK'd. So that's like 9. No, that's 16 cards. So we are still on triple Fenrir. Very good card. And finally, rounding up 20 cards. We're starting up with the spells from this point forward. So one copy of Terraforming. 3 copies of Nightmare Throne. This is an obligatory 3-up in the deck. 3 copies of Nightmare Pain, also another obligatory in the deck. Some people are playing less than this, like just 1 or even 2. I play Yubel pure, so I'm maxing out on this card. Maybe I could cut it down to 2, but I like it as a 3. It rarely just doesn't. You can always search for it and get more, so why not? 2 Spirit Gates for consistency. This allows us to recover this. It also lets us special summon any of our fiends, and of course, like search for the Dark Beckoning Beast. And to round up to 30 card, we are on 2 Super Poly. We're not done yet. Moving on with the spells, the 1 copy of 1 for 1. It is limited for a reason, so we're still playing it. 1 Mature Chronicle. And sometimes this card is a break, but if it resolves, and we can either resurrect the Yubel, like get a card that's banished, or like pop a card or something like that. Oh yeah, just pop a card if it's 4, and of course if it's 5, we search for Super Poly. 1 Fiendsmith Tract. I got this like kind of cheap at Nationals. 1 is more than enough. Some people play max it out, some people play 2, all up to personal preference. Duster to clear out back row. Called by for the hand traps and final 5 cards. I was going to go on 2 Talons in the main. It's been a while since I played Talon, but I was going to play 2 in this deck. I might put it in the other deck. Time will tell. Then 1 Thrust. 1 Eternal Favorite. And 1 Abominable Chamber of the Unchained. That is it for the main deck for Yubel, the last profile. Didn't centralize it very well. Apologies. Bear with me. Alright, guys. Or gal, I should say. Let's get you out of here. That's it for the main deck, you guys. For the extra, for the first time I managed to max out on this card, I managed to get the 3rd copy a few weeks before Nats, so we are on 3 Phantom of Yubel. This card is ridiculously crazy and powerful. If you can play 3, and if you can get the money to get a play set, play 3, it's just that ridiculous. This card is a custom-made card. It's literally, to me, this card is like the new Dragoon / DPE of the format. It is literally that good. You have to max out on it. Try to max out on it if you can. Some people can play 2, but if you play 3 in the grind game, it'll help you a lot. 1 Loving Defender. Yes, I'm still on 1 Loving Defender. 1 Garura. Again, we play Super Poly. 1 Mud Dragon. That's it for our fusions. Next up, this card is like 50-50 to me, but I was going to test it out in the decks, in the extra decks. So 1 Mud Cracker for resources. Brings back Fiends. 1 Lord of Yama. 1 Soul of Rage. Of course, we need those. Like, it's a Fiend deck. The Unchained cards are like help us out a lot. 1 Almirage. If we get infinite impermanence, we go into this guy, and then Gruesome Great Squirmer will bring back the Samsarity Lotus. We could still get Ash, but like, it's another way to, like, you know, do full combo if we get Valor or Imperm on our Samsarity Lotus. Moving on, SP Little Knight, of course, obligatory Link 2. Typhon. To me, Typhon has officially replaced Zeus I've seen Zeus like very few times since this card came out. This card has, in a way, kind of became a board breaker in and of itself in the extra deck. It is so good in this deck in Floowandereeze and Tenpai Dragon. I really like Typhon. I might get more copies because I have to switch them out between my decks. So yeah, there's that. The next two cards are the train, the cannons, like Gustav Max and Juggernaut Lieb. To burn and OTK. A lot of people don't play this in Yubel. I do. I'm probably one of the few people who still do. And the final card in the extra deck, the one card that's not available. I did not notice. Apologies. Absent-minded of me. A little bit centralized. The one card that Yubel has not gotten in Master Duel, which, by the way, if you guys didn't know, Yubel is now officially almost at full power Master Duel, minus this one little card that for some reason did not arrive, and that is Varudras. It's basically our Omni Negate. It's basically Barone for Yubel. Negates anything by detaching a card, and you can destroy it by detaching another card, but Varudras is awesome. Kind of obligatory in this deck, and yeah, that is the extra deck. And now for the side deck, I was going to do something very different with the side deck. I don't know if it was going to work for this tournament, but you guys are about to see what I was going to do with the side. Farewell, Yubel. Great deck. And again, guys, I might get this deck back, maybe. It's so cool. Well, moving on to the side. 3 copies of Solemn Judgment, aka God, aka the Old Man, like however you like to prefer him, aka No. 3 more Solemn Judgment / Iron Thunder. Negates anything. These 2 cards are like, Yubel is very vulnerable to board breakers, so these 6 cards are there to say literally no 6 times. And the one anti-spell, our opponent is heavy on spells, you just shotgun this and like, you shut down some, one, like a quarter or ish, like a quarter of the meta. They're out of the spells. You only have their traps and monsters to play. So if you know your opponent is heavy on spells in their deck, well, you shotgun anti-spell. It's at 1, so yeah. But why not? Just play it. 3 Dark Hole in the side. Yubel pairs well with Dark Hole. You pop your Yubels, or even some of the Unchained cards, like they do effects, start doing shenanigans. 1 Drissworm and 1 Magnamut, because there's for Fiendsmith or Snake Eye Fiendsmith. Again, Fiendsmith is now going to be everywhere, so you're going to need Bestials and DD Crow against the matchup. And the final 3 cards, the Spice, because there is a player at the locals where I go to who like very annoys me a lot with his Paleozoic deck, and so I decided to put in. I was gonna put this, and that card would be 3 copies of Denko Sekos to say no to those pesky Paleozoic cards / back row. Was this gonna work? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, that is it. That is the main, and that is the side. That's it for Yubel, guys. Again, I love this deck, but I must part ways with it. I don't want to have too many competitive decks with me. I love this one so much. I've had a lot of fun since I got all the support, but unfortunately, again, I'd rather play decks that are easy. Call me whatever you want. That are not too complex. This one is complex, and I really do love it, even though it's very complex. But the thing is, like, it's because of the time rules and the fact that, like, I don't know, like, combos just never really been my thing. I'd rather play a different combo deck that's a little bit more fun to do with, and like make I don't know, create my own thing, my own type of deck in Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what I'm aiming to do. Hopefully I do it someday. But yeah, that's it for Yubel. Again, guys, I hope you like this deck profile. I'll be back, and again, I'll probably be doing less videos. Maybe moving forward, I'll just do videos when I actually top or like win huge events, stuff like that. I don't know when will that happen, or like maybe I'll just throw some random thing just to entertain you guys, and of course myself, because I like doing deck profiles more so with the decks that I like. But yes, but that's it, guys. That is it for the Yubel deck profile. I'll miss this deck. Again, I reiterate myself, but that's just who I am. All right, guys, have fun. Know the format may not be the best for all of you, but now that Infinite Forbidden is out, Nats is behind us. We just got to wait for Worlds and new products. A lot of stuff coming in what's left of the year. So you guys enjoy and play if you can and have fun.